Hi there guys, Kate back here and welcome to this channel. Today we're visiting St Gallen once again. Well, I guess I'm biased. I live here, I love the place. There is a video already on the channel, but this is going to be a very different shooting in different seasons, weathers, and a lot more stuff that was not in the first video. So St Gallen, so it's the capital of St Gallen Canton, northeastern Switzerland, just south of Lake Constance. Looking back into the history, all started in 612. The Celtic missionary St Gall founded the hermitage site here somewhere in the hills of St Gallen. His disciples joined him. In 720, this hermitage grew into Benedictine Abbey under the abbot Otmar. Until the 11th century, Abbey actually was the most important school, the most important institution for education in the north of the Alps. Eventually it grew into the cathedral that is a landmark of St Gallen with its gorgeous two towers. No wonder, perhaps, where there is an educational institution, there will always be a library. So both the St Gallen Cathedral and the library within the cathedral are considered UNESCO heritage. Library, unfortunately, I couldn't shoot because it is forbidden to shoot in the library, so you'd have to come to see it yourself. But if you want to imagine how it looks, probably something like from a Harry Potter movies, it's absolutely gorgeous, so certainly worth a visit. So as I pointed out, this church is the most notable landmark in the city. So this is Abbey's church, former monastic buildings. If you could see, like around the church, there are lots of buildings where monks could live. The church was built between 1755 and 1772, one of the finest Baroque structures in Switzerland, and now it is a Roman Catholic cathedral. The library, that again I couldn't shoot, was built between 1758 and 67, with its unique Rococo hall, contains about 2,000 very valuable manuscripts. The city itself hosts dozens of gorgeous churches and other buildings, many of which are actually UNESCO heritage. So certainly worth a long walk. This is an area right next to the church. It's actually a very popular area for picnics, for getting together with friends, having a drink. Usually it's very, very busy. On a good day like that, it's surprisingly quiet. It's Friday, so I guess people are drinking somewhere else, but usually it's completely packed. There's a great lawn, beautiful grass, and it's not forbidden to walk on it, jump on it, lie on it, whatever you want. This is the famous hill of St Gallen. It's a great place for hiking. Beyond that hill, when you reach the very top of that hill, you will see the tallest mountain here in the region, Santis. Later you will actually see that mountain. The city itself famous for its university. The top management in German-speaking Switzerland and in German-speaking region, that's Germany, Austria, Liechtenstein. The best managers are actually raised here. That's the St Gallen University. So university is the major business for the city. Schools of textile, embroidery, and fashion, several museums, theater, and a gorgeous concert hall. All of that can be found here. St. Gallen has a long association with linen and cotton textiles because in early 20th century it was a leading embroidery center. It's actually one of the reasons we have three gorgeous lakes on top of the hills, because historically those lakes were actually used for dyeing the cloth, so coloring the cotton or linen or what have you. This is yet another gorgeous church. It's actually located right next to the beautiful botanical garden. So if you have any interest in visiting either, it's very close to the downtown, maybe about 15 minutes walk. Botanical garden is free of charge, which is lovely. After spending a lot of money on everything else, it's a great refreshment that you don't have to spend money on some of the entertainment, including the zoo. I'm gonna later show you the zoo, the botanical garden, and the bird center. This view you will see if you venture up the hill that I showed you just earlier. If you venture all the way up, that's the view. If you venture all the way up to the hill on top of the hill, and then you will actually see the Santis. Santis is the tallest mountain in the region, preserves the snow most of the year, and looks absolutely stunning. I think these are the beloved hills of the locals. I'm not an exception. I love going there. It's quite a hike. It's a great exercise, but the views are always different. There'll be quite a lot of beautiful sunsets that I've collected over the time. They'll be closer to the end of the videos, but here you can see the gorgeous views in the bad weather and the good weather. Sometimes, surprisingly, the bad weather is more impressive than the good one. And now back to the city. So the famous Oriole Window. So Oriole windows, if you don't know, there you go. They're protruding, this kind of half balcony, half windows. They were the symbols of wealth. So in medieval times and all the way roughly to 19th century, there were lot of traders here, so merchants and traders, and they usually showcase their wealth by building these gorgeous, elaborate Oriole windows, like backing their apartments. The buildings themselves were not built with these gorgeous sites. Usually the owners would build them later after they moved into the house. And the ones that I'm showing right now are the most famous ones, the most elaborate ones. There are more than roughly 100 Oriole windows in St Gallen, but maybe 10 of them really worth your attention. And here I'm showing about 4 or 5 of the really, really gorgeous ones. So now a little bit about the earlier history. The town itself, St Gallen, developed around the St Gallen Abbey. It was ruled by the abbots or princesses of Holy Roman Empire. After 1206, the abbey and the town allied itself with Swiss Confederation in 1453. And clerical rule ended up with introduction of Reformation in 1524. If you remember, that's when Martin Luther King introduced the ideas that, or nailed down his thesis questioning all of the relatively corrupt practices of the Catholic Church at the time. So then the town became a capital of the new formed canton in 1803. The town itself actually lies in the valley between the two gorgeous hills. We've already been on top of the one. I showed you the one hill that lies on the right, and there's another hill on the left. That hill also gives you an amazing view on Santis that you could see right now, and from this hill you could actually see Peter and Paul Zoo. There are gorgeous marmots here. They were sleeping most of the time, but finally in summer they were awake, so we could actually record them. They're very playful, rather aggressive, I would say. They were hitting, biting each other quite a bit, but I guess it's more of a play. But they're super cute and super fun to watch. Again, the zoo is free. Has a gorgeous view of Asantis, located in a very, very beautiful hill, so worth for the view alone, but also the animals are quite cute. So would definitely suggest checking it out. Pirin Pauls Zoo. So these are a few shots from the botanical garden. Botanical garden is very beautiful. There's a nice park and some of the closed areas with greenhouses with many of the tropical plants. This one that I showed earlier was personally my favorite. That's the one that eats the flies alive. Something I almost always wish I had at home on a sunny day when there are a lot of flies in the house. Another aspect that I loved about St. Gallen is just the sheer number of events. There are all sorts of really cool organized events, such as this one, the Scottish music. We just accidentally stumbled on it and were amazed and just spent like an hour instead of 10 minutes walking. I just stayed and listened to the concert. It was lovely. Again, free. Many things are expensive in Switzerland, but many others are free. So here I just wanted to share with you some of the gorgeous hiking areas that are right within the city. What I absolutely love about St. Gallen, that you don't have to travel anywhere, you don't have to even take a bus. You can just go up within 30 minutes. You would have amazing hiking ground. So in that sense, if you are into active lifestyle, I think St. Gallen is truly a city for you. Here also we'll show a whole bunch of gorgeous sunsets. I think that's one of the favorite activities of the locals to be going up. It's usually very, very busy in the evenings on good weather days to just enjoy the sun and marvel at a gorgeous sunset. And the best thing about it, every single time it's so very different. The sky is different, the weather is different, the views are different because you can sometimes see mountains, sometimes you cannot, as if they were erased in Photoshop. It's always different, always gorgeous in my personal opinion. But that's about all that I wanted to share with you in this quite a bit long video. Thank you so much for sticking till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, please put the thumbs up. It's very important for every content creator. We'd appreciate that. We'd appreciate any comments of what you liked or maybe didn't like. Please free to leave suggestions. Any support is appreciated. And yeah, subscribe if you like this stuff, and see you soon. Thank you for joining.